Alrighty, Dan, I think that is us to get going.
Okay, looks like people are still trickling in, but we'll get started. We've got a big packet is what we have on the agenda today, it looks like. But why don't we go ahead and do a quick roll call, Dustin?
Alrighty, Chair Primary Dan Young,
Present.
thank you. Chair Alternate Roger Haringa. Let me get my participants opened up here. Well, there's not a whole ton of people in here just yet.
Yep.
Not seeing him online at the moment. Architect Primary Ning Wang. Not seeing them online. Alternate Jacob Liddycoat.
Here.
Thank you. Building Official Primary Quinn Tai.
Here.
Thank you. For the alternate Ray Shipman. Not seeing them online. Fire Official Fire Marshal Primary Ken Brulette. Not seeing online just yet. Cities and Counties Primary Hugo Sotelo. Not seeing online. Ex Officio Mike Nikram. Not seeing him there. General Contractor Developer Primary Bill Mybush. Not seeing him. Manufacturer Supplier Primary Ricky Campbell. Not seeing them today. Fire Protection Engineer Primary Walker Danucci. Not seeing them. Alternate Dave Cocott.
Present.
Thank you. Fire Sprinkler Industry Primary Sean Morgan.
Present.
Thank you. For the alternate Kevin Marr. Seeing online. General Public Subject Matter Expert Primary Samir Mokashi. Not seeing online. For the alternate Seth Henderson. Not seeing online. Fire Alarm Industry Primary David Mao. Not seeing them online. For the alternate Zachary Tuck.
Present.
Thank you. And for the Fire Chief Primary Lance Dahl.
Present.
Thank you. And with that, we just barely have quorum right now.
I just got on, Dustin.
What was that?
I just got on, Dave Mo.
Oh, David, gotcha. So we should have, with that, a 1 over our quorum. Or no, we're still sitting at just barely quorum. So Zach, with David here, he'll act as the primary, and Zach, you're in the alternate slot.
But we do have a quorum.
Yes, with 7 seats represented, and we're good to go. And then I'll keep an eye on the folks trickling in, and if anybody here needs to leave, please just make sure we raise our hand and let us know you're leaving, and we can make sure we're still got quorum going. I see Quinn raised his hand.
Yeah, we probably won't get past 3 o'clock, but I have a hard stop at 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah, hoping we're not here still at 3, but anyway. Yeah. So so then we need to review and approve agenda.
Well, let's welcome the members of the public, because this
Oh,
meeting is really
forgot that.
clear for
Yeah.
those folks.
Yep. So members of the public. Patrick.
Yes, thank you. Patrick Hanks here with the Building Industry Association of Washington.
Welcome. Thank you, Patrick. Anybody else?
John Steele, Johnson Controls, thank you.
Thank you, John. All right, I'm not seeing anybody else. So let's go ahead and review and approve the agenda.
Alrighty, we got a short one here, but number 4 is a big item.
Yeah, this is Quinn. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
All right, we have a motion, and we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Who was the second? I didn't quite catch that.
Lance.
Thank you.
That was Lance, yeah. Yeah. Any discussion? I'm not seeing any, so all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda has been approved. So now we're going to go to number 3, public comment on items not on the agenda.
I don't
Okay.
see any hands popping up.
Nope. All right. Then we head to number 4 then, which is the big package.
No. On this one, what I had kind of envisioned was, so we have a lot of code proposals that we've already talked about within the group here. I've got our spreadsheet that was posted for the meeting up to date as of our last meeting. And what I was hoping is that if there are folks here that want to talk about a specific proposal, that we call those out and then maybe go through them in order. And then, the goal here is to get a motion to move this package to the BFRW committee meeting, which is intended to be this Friday. And so with that quick opening, I just want to, if there's anything targeted that anybody wants to talk about, let's raise our hands and we can open them up and make some discussions. And, we can make some modifications here today. But I'm hoping they're minor editorial and not major modifications to any one proposal. And so I will, and if we don't have anybody that wants to bring up a targeted proposal, I think we would be in a position to make a motion to move this one, but I give opportunity for folks to talk about a specific proposal first if they have something on their mind. Let me update my share. All right, everybody should be seeing the spreadsheet that was published for today's meeting. Is that on screen for everybody?
It is.
Okay. So up here in the top, we have stuff in red. Those are the ones that were withdrawn by proponents after discussing them with the group. And I'll pause for a little bit more. Does anybody have any targeted proposal they'd like to discuss? All right, not seeing any hands coming up. So I'll leave it up to the tag to decide what they want to do with the package at this point.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to move that we forward this package on to the next committee for approval, or for review and approval for the Billy Code Council.
This is Quinn. I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion?
I want to talk about real quick 24 GP1001. This is the only proposal in this particular package that we had a dissenting vote. And I just want to make sure that I get some clarification on why we had the dissenting vote. I have good notes on it. And I believe, Quinn, you were the dissenter on that one. And I was hoping you might be able to shoot me an email just so I can make sure I have, or maybe we can get together.
Yeah, mine is really quick. It was more of a minor dissenting. I just didn't feel like there was a need for it. It's just because it's never mentioned anywhere in the code. Excuse me. So I just didn't feel like there was a need, and we're just increasing the code book unnecessarily. But it's a minor, small opposition.
Okay, gotcha. Then with that, I don't have any other questions as far as getting information to include to the committee report on Friday. And so if there's any other discussion, I don't have any other input on it at the moment. So everything else has been a unanimous vote by the folks present to recommend adoption of the proposals on screen. And all of them, the last revision that's posted here is the one that's been recommended. And I do believe the notes in the green column show that. And I'm looking at row number 25. It looks like this particular cell might be cut off a little bit potentially, but just to clarify, the last revision on all these is the one that was recommended for adoption by the group as well.
Okay. So do we have any more discussion on any of the items? Patrick, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, for record, this is Patrick Hanks, the BIW again. I just want to say thank you to the tag. This was my first time submitting proposals, and it was a great experience. I really appreciated the feedback I got and being able to work with some of you on revising proposals, and thanks to Dustin for doing the work of tracking all the revisions and doing that process to make it easy to follow along. I really appreciate everybody's work on this, so thank you.
Thank you,
I'd
Patrick.
like to extend a thanks to Patrick for participating. He's been in most of our meetings, and I appreciate his input.
All right. If we don't have any more discussion, we will go to a vote then. So all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
All right, that concludes our business that we have here. We could entertain any other comments that folks may have. We've got some time, but I would love to give everybody back 2 hours and 50 minutes to their day.
Yay.
Dave, your hand is up.
Only because Ken's not here, I'm really bummed because I finally got as many proposals as he did through the PEG.
Oh, you wanted to brag, but he's not here. Got it.
Last time I only had one and he had like 99. So it was a challenge this time to see if I could get close. And it seemed to bother him. So I wanted to point that out.
Maybe that's why he's not here today.
Oh, I'm sure I'll hear about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll hear it from you.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, that was quick and painless.
Yep, I guess just as a heads up, we'll have the committee meeting this Friday, scheduled at 1 o'clock. The intent is, now that we have this extra time during the day, is to try to get the notice out here today. Tomorrow morning will be the latest that comes out for everybody, but it's scheduled for 1 till 4 on this Friday, or is going to be. And so keep your eye out for stuff in your inbox to that effect.
All right.
All right. Have fun, Dan.
Yeah, thanks. And I'd like to, what Patrick said, thank you, Dustin, for all your hard work and helping us out.
I appreciate the kudos, and I think that learned a lot in this one. This is also my first time through the code proposal portion of this. I've been with SBCC since 2022, and this is the first full code cycle I'm going through. So there's been some wrinkles that came out in the fabric trying to keep everything going, and I anticipate it'll only get better from here. And so I appreciate everybody's work on all this. It's a lot to ask for all the volunteers to take time out of their day to come here. So appreciate all the volunteer work, guys.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, we will adjourn the meeting and everybody can get some time back. Thank you all.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Everybody.
Yeah, bye.